Hello and welcome to this new video tutorial of OpenCart Marketplace Web to Print extension. And let me give you an overview of this particular extension. This extension is a perfect tool for your OpenCart web store, as it turns your web store into a dynamic store, thereby allowing the customers to design and preview products before placing an order. So the admin and the sellers can easily create a web to print personalized product for their customers, and the customers can customize and design their selected products at the store front end. And they can also check out using the custom or seller admin edit template as required. So let's get ahead and let's see how this extension works. But before that, what we'll do, first of all, we'll be going to the module configuration settings and the workflow at the admin's end in this particular video. And in the coming video, we'll be showing you the workflow of the seller. So let's get ahead and let's go to the admin backend panel and let's see what different module configuration settings are there for this particular extension. So here I am in the admin backend panel of the OpenCart web store, and to navigate to the module configuration settings, I'll navigate through extensions, and then here I'll be choosing the modules, and here we'll search for web to print marketplace extension, and we'll click the edit button, and this brings up the configuration settings for the marketplace web to print extension that we have already installed. And now let's go through each of these configuration settings one by one, and let's see what all these options are there for. So the very first option that we have is the status of this particular extension. So you can set the module to enable in order to make use of this extension. Otherwise, you can set this option as disabled so as to not make use of this extension. After that, we have the Autosave Time, and this has to be entered in seconds. And this is the time by which the template will be automatically saved if the customer or the admin have not clicked on the save button. So if a customer, for example, or the admin, if they are working on a template, and if they are not saving the template, then the time that you set here, after that time, that template would be auto saved. So this is the work of this auto save time option. After that, we have the option allowed options. Now the admin can select the allowed options from the ones that have been provided here, like the text, image, and others. And the others includes the shapes as well. And these allowed options can be used by the customers while customizing the template. So while a customer is customizing the template, they'll be able to have the text, image, and other editors on the template there. After that, we have the option search online for customer. Now this option is used for customer front, so that the customers can search for various templates online. So if you have enabled this option, then the customers would be able to search for various templates online. Then we have the Pixabay API key. Now the admin can enter the API key of Pixabay account here, and can even get the API key by clicking on the how to get API key link that you can see here. So you need to create an account at Pixabay, and after that you will get your API key, and you need to input that API key within this section here. After that, we have the text box limit. Now the limit of the characters in the text box for the text, so you'll set up the limit of characters that can be inputted within a text box for the template itself. So you can set the text box limit here for the template. Then you can set the allowed image extensions. So the extensions for the images can be set up here, and all can be separated with a comma. So you can set up JPG, PNG, JPEG, etc. as per your requirement there. After that, we have the allowed image file size. Now the size of the image file that can be added to a particular template. So any of the files that we are going to add to template, the allowed file size of that image can be set here. After that, we have the design approval text. So whatever message or we can say the message for the final approval for the template design, which needs to be checked by the customer after final design customization. So whichever text you have entered here would be visible to the customer before the customer finalizes the design. So this would be your design approval text that you have entered here and would be visible to the customers as well at the front end. After that, we have the finalized checklist. Now this finalized checklist can be anything. You can put in the points as well within it, and the checklist of the template it specifies the things that are needed to be checked within the design template before submitting your design at the store front end. After customer has customized the product using the template, the customers need to check the final checklist before they submit their design for approval there. So these were the basic settings for this particular extension, and after you have configured these settings, you just need to save the configuration settings by tapping the save button. So that was much about how the admin would be able to configure the marketplace web to print module configuration settings in the admin backend panel. Now what we'll be doing is we'll be looking for what how the admin would be able to add a template from the backend. So for that, what we need to do is after the installation of this extension, the admin will have this web to print menu option on the side panel here. So the admin needs to tap on the web to print menu option, and this brings up a section where the admin can find all the templates that have been added by the sellers of the marketplace and the admin himself. So here you can see that that the seller has been written under the column that says template off, and here you can see that there are 2 templates of the admin as well and 4 templates of the sellers of the marketplace as well. So for the admin, if the admin wants to add a new template, the admin needs to tap here on the admin button. So let's get ahead and let's add a new template, and after that we need to set up the template name. So we'll set up the template name. For example, we'll set it up as iPhone cover, and after that we need to set up the code for the template. I'll set up the code for the template as well, and then I'll tap the start button. Now I need to enter the height and the width of the canvas on which the template gets posted. So after entering the dimension, so let me go ahead and let me set up the dimensions for the canvas. I'll set it as 600 by 600, and I'll tap the next button after that. Now for the steps again, for the template design sites here, we need to enter the number of sites on which the admin wants to add the template. So for example, in this demonstration we'll be applying to it to the onto only one side, so I'll set it as 1 and I'll tap the next button. So this brings up this another step for the template side images. Now we need to select the image for the particular template, and we need to enter the name of the site, whether it's for the front side or the back side, and we need to tap the next button. So we'll select image first. So to add an image, I'll just tap on the image here and I'll tap the edit button. So if I have the image here, I can make use of that image. Otherwise, if I need to upload the image, we can upload the image as well. So I have this image on my desktop. So I'll first upload the image, and after that I'll select the image and I'll set the particular site for which we are creating this. So I'll set it as back side, and after this I'll tap the next button. So here you can see that the admin can see the image on the canvas itself, and from here the admin can add the text, can add the particular text as per his requirement, for example, or the admin can also make use of the images, and the admin can make use of user images or can also search the images online via text survey. For example, if the admin wants to search for a headphone image, so he just needs to type in headphone, and all the images for the headphone would be displayed up here, displayed for the text that we had entered. So we can tap this up and this image would come under the user images after that. So if the admin wants to add an image to the canvas, he can do so. So we'll remove this text for the time being. So for example, we have tapped this icon there, this headphone image there, so the image is visible on this particular canvas now. Similarly, the admin can add the shapes as well if the admin wants to do so, and after that the admin can tap the save changes button to save this particular canvas. So you can see the success message as well, that you successfully updated the template. So now let's go to our section, that's the web to print, and here you can see the template is visible to the admin, and under the template off you can see the name of the template creator is also there. So the admin created this one. So that was how the admin can add a template from the for the products from the backend. So now we'll see how the admin would be able to assign this template to a particular product. Now, so what the admin can do is admin can create a new product and add the template to that product. Otherwise, if the admin has already created a product, the admin can add this particular template to that product as well. So let me show you how we can do that, and for that we need to navigate to catalog and product section. On the product section, where the admin can add a new product or can find all the created products. So I've already created a product within an iPhone, so I'll just search it up using the filter. So here is the product, that's the iPhone. So we've already created the template. Now to assign a particular template to a product, what we need to do is we need to edit the product, and we need to navigate to the tab that says web to print, and here the admin can see all of the templates visible, the seller templates and the admin templates as well, and the admin can choose the template that the admin wants to apply to this particular product. So the admin needs to select that template up, and after that the admin can save the template as well. So we'll just save this template for this particular product. So we have modified the product and we have added the template to the product. Now what we'll do is we'll just go to the front end. Let's see how this product gets visible at the front end. This is how the product would be visible at the front end with the add to cart button and a customize this design button. Now the customers can tap this customize this design button, and this brings up the section so as to customize the design of this particular cover. And here you can see that the admin's design is visible here, the template that the admin had created for this particular product, or the one that we had added to this product is visible. And from here the customers can choose to edit the admin's template, or can create a new template by tapping the your design button. And from here the customers can again tap this button to create a new canvas and the template for this particular product, and they can then proceed further and can preview the product as well. So for this demonstration, let's make use of the admin's template only, and let's add a text to this particular one, and let's change the text to my iPhone. Alright, so the customer can also search for the images online if the customer wants to search any of the images there. For example, we will be okay. So let's get ahead, and after that the customer can also tap the preview button to have a preview of this particular one. And after making this, the customer needs to tap the save changes button first, and after tapping the save change button, the customer can tap the next button, and now the customer can preview their design and can check this option here so as to approve their design, and can check the list before finalizing their design, and can lastly tap the next button. And here you can see that the template that the customer had created is visible here, and the customer can add the same to the cart as well and can make a checkout thereafter. So that was much about the OpenCart Marketplace Web2Print extension, and we showed you how the admin would be able to create the template from the admin backend panel, and how the admin can apply a template to a particular product, and how a customer can view that particular product at the front end, and how the customer can also customize that particular product, and after customizing the product, how the customer can add it to the cart and go for the checkout. So that was much about this video today, and in the next video we'll be showing you the seller's workflow and how the sellers will be able to create the templates from their account panel, and how they can add a template to the product and the workflow at the customer's end as well. So thanks for watching this video, and have a great day ahead.